I ran out of space, you guys. It was so terrible. But like, I was able to delete the first 2 videos, upload them on the computer, and then save the last part. So amen. I was freaking out. Where's my thingy? Yes, it's so late at night. And I mean, where did I put the thing that I was using to moisturize? This is the one. Yeah, okay. For my hair. Yeah, guys. I was busy transferring content for like a good 15 minutes there, so I forgot where I left off, but we will pick it up. Pick it up. I mean, guys, I'm so lazy to be working on chunks and sections. I'm just gonna hope for the best at this point. Yeah, look, please go check out the previous parts to gauge your bearings, you guys, to gauge what I'm talking about. But in the last part, I was talking about that dream that I had with Terrence Howard and Jada Pinkett in it, and I gave the context as to why I believe God used him, in particular Terrence Howard. Haven't yet gotten to the part of Jada Pinkett, but I was talking about black men and how it is that, you know, this violence of their colorism, or their underestimation, rather, let's call it that, their underestimation of black women in this 21st century, where now interracial dating is no longer the taboo that it used to be, so they can freely just date anybody outside of the race that they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with dating non-black women, right? But insofar as you're dating them for the right reasons, and unfortunately a lot of the black men are dating or marrying, basically getting into like romance contracts with non-black women for no other reason than the fact that they're non-black, like for no other reason than the fact that they're not black girls. Like, yeah, apparently allegedly because we are low quality or whatever, but in my dream I was dealing with a Terrence Howard that was so incredibly overkilling in order to redeem himself in my eyes that he literally killed a friend of mine that was hurting me, like as in literally murdered some other woman in order to make it look as if though black women are the reason why black women are in so much pain. Other black women and their abandonment of black girls is the reason why Terrence Howard out here in these streets walked in an abandonment against his own black women. Not even women, but woman. It was one woman that he had walked away from. In that dream, I was that girl, but of course that's not a real story. That was just what God was showing me in a dream. That some of these guys, they go to the entertainment industry, never mind entertainment industry, but just success, prosperity in whatever field, like, business. They become big chunky head honchos running entire organizations. And then they decide to go and marry white women or non-black women. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that if you are marrying because you are in love. Not because you are trying to push clout because you landed a white girl. Because on that day you are hurting even the white girl, because everybody needs love, everybody, including flaming beauties that look like they were like manufactured under the sea and in a pearl. They also need love and cannot be just merely fetishized and not given exactly what it is that they need from a man, because this man, when he looks at her, he just sees this trophy that he has won. Do you understand? Like Dwayne Wade did the same thing with Gabrielle Union. While Gabrielle Union is a black woman, Dwayne Wade's former wife was a plain Jane, right? In a way that I guess Gabrielle Union is not a plain Jane. And he just went on right ahead and abandoned the plain Jane in favor of a flaming beauty, because apparently, allegedly, black girls, goodness gracious, so the basic ones, the regular Janes ones, are to be abandoned to pass away by basically the whole world of black men, even though these men, when everybody was out here growing up, fell in love with some of the plainest Janes in the world, like proper. They fell in love with girls on the school playground that were just regular girls. Do you understand? Not looking like they were manufactured in a pearl under the sea. Don't have light eyes, don't have like some funny skin complexion that nobody understands, the way that she's just such an exotic beauty. Not looking like, she's just come off the runway in Milan, but just looking like a regular chick that looks like she might have just actually cleaned istupu saka gogo or whatever. And that chick that looks like she has just cleaned gogo's stupu. These are the women that get abandoned, ditched by black men for what they imagine are better beauties, but these men never ever really stopped loving them, neither like the thing that was triggered in them to love these women in the first place, like compatibility, whatever it is that they get along with these women concerning, that never faded, that never died, that never ran out of the room. Do you understand? But these guys imagined that just because now they're successful, now they are CEOs of organizations, now they have been promoted in their jobs, they're gonna go and dump their blasi looking girls in favor of, I guess, more refined women in the spaces that they are frequenting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Only for them to years down the line have massive regret. Why? Because companionship and compatibility is what keeps a union going. When everybody starts to crack, everybody starts to fall apart, everybody starts to age like sour milk, when everybody starts to basically capitulate to gravity and cave into, personalities, as opposed to using looks to get ahead in life. When now your personality starts to matter, because you're all older, that's when they start to miss ride or dies. That's when they start to miss girls that they grew up in the kasi with. That's when they then now all of a sudden want to go and be Superman Rabobe. But you see, abandoned women that were left behind to suffer want alone by guys that loved them but pretended like they didn't, due to the fact that she was not in his league or whatever, at least what he imagined to be in his league. They get so embittered, these women, later on in life. They get so badly treated by everybody. Men tend to ubiquitously treat them that way, like they are seconds, scraps, like they don't matter, like nothing that they say is worth a while, as if though her whole personality and everything that God sweeted her with does not add up. It's not enough. That's what's good. These men these women that get treated like this end up really hating men. They also end up really hating other women. Like, they are so abandoned and so neglected that they end up having a pretty harsh opinion about just about everybody in the black community. And these females get to this point due to abandonment, and then the men that do this to them remember how much they used to love them, and remember how it actually hurts them when they see them in this pain, because that is the ride or die. That is the woman that you loved more than anybody. Like, that is the girl that you clicked with. That's the one that literally, it wasn't broken, but you try to fix it. You became a celebrity, or you became a CEO, and now all of a sudden she was not fit to marry for no other reason than the fact that she did not look like a ravenous beauty. You go and you put a ring on the finger of a woman with like copper eyes and like a nose sharper than a swordfish's like nose, right? You go and you grab a woman whose facial contours are like extremely rare, because like, whoa, you are trying to sport a woman so gorgeous and have babies so exotic looking that frankly everybody's going to praise you for basically hitting a jackpot. Except, is it really a jackpot for you? Is a jackpot for you not the woman that gets you, that with whom you are truly compatible, the one that when you laugh at jokes you're actually laughing, the one that you're really comfortable with, the one that you are super duper seriously safe in the presence of? That's the jackpot. But you think you've won a jackpot because you married a woman whose nose is as sharp as a swordfish's face. That's what's good. And so for those reasons, you ditch the flat-nosed black girl. You abandon her because she's dark like your knuckles. And then you ditch her to be lambasted by the elements. And when years later she's still that girl, but a lot feistier, kind of angry now, and everybody's like beating her down, then you want to act like, oh girl, it's been a minute, my goodness, I haven't seen you since what, like high school? What's going on? And then you find out that she's like suffering like no man's business, and now you want to come and make like Rabo be acting like you've always been like the rescuing thing of the day. That is the epidemic facing me right now. I was the dark girl that was ditched, abandoned, left to merely rot and merely exist. Black men passed me up. The guy I work with MTN that I thought was my husband literally walked away from me because I lost a job. I lost it loud, and so like proper to him I was no longer whatever. And so whatever it is that caused us to click, that died for all of 5 seconds until it came beating on the like doorstep of his companion lack, or his lack of companionship, his lack of partnership, his lack of camaraderie with a partner, somebody with whom you literally have nothing in common. You get along fine, it's not like you're fighting all the time, but like you don't make music together, if you know what I mean. Like, God used Terrence Howard in my dream because he's a musical man and he's also quite theatrical. He's an actor, and he's got singing talents. Like, he was showing me basically the level of compatibility that dwells in certain people when they meet when they're young. But these men make a decision to go on right ahead. Since they are spreading their wings, preparing to fly, they have become a butterfly in Hollywood. When then they become a butterfly in the corporate arena, in the business arena, in the entrepreneurial space, when they become butterflies, that's when, again, after they become these butterflies, they ditch these women. And then later on, when the butterfly is starting to die and the butterfly is bored, the butterfly now misses companionship. And if this butterfly unfortunately bumps into a woman from long ago, they then frustrate this woman with overkilling in being the man that they were always supposed to be. In my dream, Terrence Howard killed my friend that had broken my heart. Like, he went and killed a woman because she was hurting me, for crying out loud. Okay, there's no need for me to put this in a twist because I just put the others in a twist in order to achieve a particular goal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's what's up, right? So, like, whoa, like, guys, you know what? The messages that I do, I should probably just be talking to like Generation Z people only, because millennials and Xennials and Generation X guys, guys, it's like they're far gone or something. I don't know. It's like far gone. Can't really help. I feel like maybe I can help not millennials. What is this? Gen Zs and maybe even Gen Alphas, the ones that are busy, like, still cooing today, goo goo gaga. Like, I feel as if though those are the only ones I can get to, because these other guys that have made all these mistakes, they've got ride or dies in the past that they now want to come and play Rabu Bichu. Rabu, do you understand? Like Spider-Man, Superman. Because they realized that it was always her. Guys, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. That was Terrence Howard in my dream, acting an incessant fool, killing a female because the female that he's always loved was endangered by that particular female. That was Terrence Howard. Okay? But like, Terrence Howard was a representation of certain kinds of men. I believe God was showing me a trend. The God was showing me a trend. Do you understand? A phenomena. And this phenomenal phenomenon is frankly lambasting me today. And enough for me is like, men, don't go killing my ex-best friend. Don't go killing my former girls from varsity. Don't go butchering my sisters, my cousins. You are the root cause of all of their insanity. You are the reason why you are the reason why they're so crazy. In my dream, Jada Pinkett was used, and frankly, I don't even know why Jada. I can't do the mathematics as to why Jada, okay? But Jada was like a friend of mine. Jada ultimately, I guess, like in waking life, became the superhero star that she was. But Jada Pinkett is a black woman, right? I think now I'm actually catching on to why Jada was used in my dream. Jada Pinkett is a black girl, right? But she's one of those raving beauties of black women, like one of those violent beauties, one of those doesn't even really look black, like, light eyes and exotic features and what have you. Yeah. And she was kind of like a boss lady, boss chica, running pretty much everybody, and she was teasing me quite a lot in my dream because I was shy and quiet, right? I was the quiet, shy type. You're the quiet, shy type. But guys, umuntu uzodetanglisha isikhathi esingakanani apha. Mina sengidetanglishile lana. I'm done. I don't want to detangle anymore. I'm gonna end up driving a comb into my hair. That's gonna just put it down to the ground, like a mowing lawnmower, a lawnmower, a lawnmower, a lawnmower. A lawnmower. Yeah, I believe Jada Pinkett was used because God was showing me which black girls are being given any attention at all by black men. Which black girls are being enabled along by black men, are getting taken seriously, are being loved, are being adored from pretty early on, are not struggling with affection, with respect, with mercy from our men. It's these black women that are bordering on not being black, like the way that they are so exotic looking, the way that they're so beautiful, like these black girls that could like pass for colored, or like in South Africa there's like a difference between colored and black. These black girls that could pass for colored, these black girls that could pass for white, these black girls that just have got these like features on them that make them not typically black. They don't have typically black features. They don't have flat noses. They don't have the dark eyes, you know, the regular brown eyes, the black eyes, whatever. There's nobody with black eyes. It tends to be a very dark brown. Yeah, that's what's good. These black girls that look regular, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they're the ones we're getting passed up, but the ones that look really exotic, that are being treated with any level of honor and respect by our men. So it's almost as if though, if you look like a typical black woman in the eyes of black men, you are not worthy of love, of respect, of mercy. You are not worthy of compassion. You are not worthy of just covering, of protection, guys. And it is this epidemic of your dark, dingy black girls just being disregarded. Even though at some point you fell in love with us, you did at some point, you know, really like absolutely be out of your mind in adoration mode concerning Tina, right? You loved us, but we were not yellow bones. Never mind being yellow bones, but flaming beauties. Like, sometimes it's not even about the yellow skin, but the fact that we don't have like these green eyes or these purple eyes or whatever, you know. Black girls tend to just not have that going down for them, most of them, and we are being mistreated because we don't have eyes. That we can't sing Billie Eilish's song, Ocean Eyes, I'm swam. You really know how to make me smile when you bring me those ocean eyes, ooh. We don't have ocean eyes, right, guys? We've got regular, like, eyes, you know? Like, whatever you want to call them. Yes, like it. I am afraid to just put my hair in a bunch right now because of the fact that it's growing so beautifully. We tlogela nje fela ntse e fofa like a bird, leaving my hair like Nelly Furtado. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna fly away. I don't want to just leave my hair like a bird, y'all, because it's grown so well due to me putting it away. Like, what? Like, it's done a beautiful thing. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna fly. I don't know where my shoelace. Okay, Yazin, Mina, I don't want to mess with my hair like proper. It's growing so fantastically that I am now like tempted to just revert back, not so much to the same hairstyle that I had, but something that has got multiple parts that I can leave alone for like a whole month. I'm like a bird. Cause my hair done did this, guys, cause like what? Like, sister girl be taking care of some hair. Like, sister girl be using some ingredients on some hair. Like, sister girl be doing a beautiful thing with the hair. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna fly away. I don't want my hair messing up. And I wanted to do just like 2 little buns, you know, and just leave them there. But I'm afraid that my hair is gonna like not grow in like those buns. Am I being insecure, you guys? Am I being insecure? Well, if I'm being insecure, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, we are creating security out of insecurity. I can still create a pretty impressive hairstyle in spite of suffering with insecurity. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna fly away. Yeah. To get a matting. It's the matting for me. It's the matting for me. I am tired of matted hair. I don't want the matting in my grill. Yeah, guys, so that's what I saw. So Jada Pinkett in my dream was like a little chacharachi papi that was basically just kind of teasing me, and she was like boss lady type thing. And I think what God was showing me with that is that that's the only kind of woman that is given any kind of attention by black men. Like a bit of a Jada. And Jada herself was like a back in the day version like of Jada, right? And she was a teenager in and of herself. But, you know, oh goodness gracious, women sorry, if you allow yourself as a madoda, is this thing sustainable for like a whole month? Angas, could I sustain this for a month? Twice, 3 times later. Angas, yes, or maybe 3 weeks. A month, 3 weeks. Guys, how are we gonna do this? What are we gonna do? Once, twice, 3 times later. I told you guys, please just ignore my underarm hairs because ain't nobody out here got time to shave. I'm suffering. Okay, yeah, no, Jada Pinkett in my dream site. In my dream, she was this like, yeah, paparazitioning girl that was like out here bossing everybody around. But yeah, that's what was it. She wasn't mean, but she was favored above like everybody else. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So black men, if the only black women that you're gonna treat well are ones that are basically bordering on being white, you are full of racism, you are full of self-hate, you are full of random rubbish, and you are basically just being super unfair even to the Jada Pinketts of this world, because if you're gonna love them only because they look the way they look, goodness, the women need love too. Yeah, you are messing up. You are choosing for the wrong reasons, abafazi, and that then also causes discord between women. Never mind that, it also causes some of the most gorgeous women in the world to end up all insecure because they get divorced anyway, due to the fact that they get wed off to men purely because they look like Jada Pinkett. Like, it's just random rubbish what's going on. But the sad and disquieting thing about this whole phenomenon is that these men come back to the women that were ride or die to them all along, but that they abandoned and ditched. They come back to these plain Jane girls, and I was that girl on the come up. I was the plain Jane girl without the light eyes and the whatnot. I was just a regular black chiquita. Do you understand? And being a regular black chiquita, I got dated by black guys. I mean, you know, they didn't necessarily pass me up for dating, but they certainly passed me up for marriage. They did not pass me up for dating, but they certainly passed me up for linyalo. And now today, they are just trying to knock on my door, and I'm like, yazin, minangzo pumalanga nge flying kick, budwam. Hey man, this thing, I didn't capture all of it. They did not pass me up for dating, but they did pass me up for linyalo. And now they want to make me a second wife, or even a third wife, and it's just unfair. Never mind it being unfair, it's not what God is doing. He's not about that business. He's literally not about that business. He is not about to let black men get away with mistreating certain black women, only for them to realize, oh, it was always Karaba, it was always Larata, she's always been that ride or die. My dog bride would have been a beautiful bride if only I had just married her anyway. But I was too concerned about being like a man on the come up with like tenders coming in, like they were just coming in and ding, 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 like a jackpot. As a man making all that money, I'm not about to go and grab for myself some like dark chocolate woman. Like, they're cute to have around. They, you know, when they're laughing and smiling, gumnandi, all of us can have a party time with them, but I'm not trying to walk one down the aisle to me. And then all these years down the line, you out here being a menace to Garabo's life. All these years down the line, you out here trying to knock on Crankay's door because she was too dark. Like, yeah, back in the day, you out here trying. Ugyochata ukurazi, ukurazishas, ukurazi, ukurazanzams. Yeah. Even though you were in love with her, like no man's business, once upon a time, but she was good enough to date, but not good enough to marry. And now you out here wreaking havoc in Kuram Zamzam's life. I'm sorry. I am the Kuram Zamzam that just moves on already, you know what I mean? Like, y'all guys, like, just moves on. Move. You think we can't make beautiful babies, except we came out beautiful, didn't we? If our parents manufactured dark babies and they came out cute, what makes you think you can't achieve the same standard? Yingani, if at all, like, black girls with dark eyes, with regular eyes, can still make some pretty beautiful black babies in this world. If at all they were so pretty, why would the babies that come out not follow suit? Maybe it's your genes that you suspect. Hey, black men. Maybe you suspect yourselves. But you can't then out here in these streets, because when we are sola, my insecurities, there's your sola, the poor chicken. And then after solaring her, now you want to put a baby in her stomach. Kebatung. My ex-boyfriend of 5 years, I once had a pregnancy scare. I once had a pregnancy scare, ne? And when I told him, what if I'm pregnant? He was like, you know, both of us are not ready for a baby. So he was basically just telling me, you're gonna have an abortion. Hey, yes, good thing it was just a scare. Anywho, I was very upset by that, but I believe my ex felt that way about me because he did not think I was beautiful enough to bear his babies because I was this dark girl. He found me pretty, but he thought that maybe I might mess him up. He was a yellow bone. He found me pretty, but he thought that I was kind of like I dodged a bullet, you know, like you're pretty, but you might have just come out different. It did not quite work out that way with you, but my baby might come out looking bad because of your skin tone. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Last time I checked, I think pretty is created by what do you call this, like features on the face. So my pretty face is only pretty because of my eyes, because of my nose, my lips, my spong, maybe my big forehead. It's a myriad of things that make a woman pretty, not just a skin tone. So if at all you found something about me pretty, it means it can be transferred to a baby. But these guys feel as if though dark girls are gonna mess with the beauty of their babies. And that's just unfortunate, because sometimes it's like these super dark guys as well that insist on marrying yellow bones, thinking that genetics works unfairly and is going to automatically make the baby a yellow bone like the mom. The baby could come out dark like you, bugger. Yeah, ma, because you're busy choosing wives based on skin tone, wakula, and you are unloving, therefore, to children. Like Snoop Dogg, they've got dog children, and there's just happiness all around in that ecosystem, and they've never divorced. So if Snoop Dogg could basically smell the coffee, wake up and smell it, why is nobody else smelling it? Like, men like Snoop Dogg are evidence, guys, that it is possible to be sober as a black man and choose a bride that you have always loved, that's always been ride or die to you, in spite of you now being in the entertainment industry and having a whole bunch of random flashy females throwing themselves at you. You don't have to go and marry an Arabic looking woman just because you imagine black chicks aren't sufficient. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can always just marry the woman that you've always loved, because that's the one that you're gonna wake up at the age of 53, at the age of 67, and still be very content with. Very content with. I'm not saying that all black men must just stick to black women. I'm not one of those black girls that hate black men dating outside of the race. What I can't stand is the underestimation of black girls in favor of anything other than black, because these men come from us. They come from women like me. They come from mothers that look like me, and they for the life of them cannot stand themselves. Therefore, they cannot stand the way that they look. Like we contributed, our genes contributed to the way that they look. Do you understand? And then they underestimate us. Some of them have got sisters that look like them. They have got cousins, female cousins that look like them, aunties, and yet they've got so much self-hatred against us. Like when you bring a girl that looks like an Arab home to a family of like a whole bunch of super black looking people, she will always be the girl that looks like an Arab. Do you understand? That's what's good. So she will never ever remind you of home. She will never remind you of home. You will never also be able to relate on the exact same things. And while that's okay, insofar as you're truly in love, you have found something special and rare in her that you never found in any other woman, no matter the race. Do you go marry her? But do not marry a woman just because she's white or Arab or colored or purple or pink or Asian, because on that day you are going to frustrate some unfortunate black girl later on. Some black girl that you did love but that you let go of due to the Arab lady. And you know, like proper, leave black girls alone, black men, if you don't want black girls. But do not disturb the peace of the black girl later on. And do not also try and rock up like Rabubi, Spider-Man, Superman, whatever you want to come in as, all these years down the line, when the same black woman that you passed up, that you treated like trash, has now also been treated like trash by everybody else in the community. Because who does not treat an abandoned, unloved black woman like trash because she is treated like trash? We literally get treated like trash because we're treated like trash. Like everybody treats us like trash purely because we already have trash treatment in the back pocket. So now when you're dealing with this like trashed up lady, and she is angry now at the whole world, making like Khalees, I hate you so much right now, and she's screaming at the whole planet, trying to kill every single cat in her path. Yeah, and now the reason why, and now when you come into her space, you see her, remember that you actually love her, and then you try to like help her along now that she is screaming at everybody, hating everybody, bashing dustbins, because like she gets angry later on in life due to mistreatment by the planet. She gets angry later in life due to planetary mistreatment. Okay, planetary mistreatment makes her super duper supercalifragilisticexpialidocious angry. Yeah, now that she's all angry but you're still in love, you then want to rock up and kill some other people on the street out here that made her angry. Like, wait again, black women tend to kick down dustbins in the communities where they're living, and kick cats and dogs and bat street lamps and everything. Because of you, black men. You hurt them first, and so the whole world hurt them last. And now, in a self-defense, had knock mode of Kelis, I hate you so much right now. Whoa. Yeah, now in that crazy self-defense mode, where she is literally like an atom on the spot, just vibrating. Now so what I'll apere some onesie with like underpende on top of it, singing Rabupi, Rabupi, Utopolaya your enemy, Rabupi, Rabupi, Utopolaya your enemy, morning, kill Rabupi. But not do it. Angaga arang la bona na hanik le chichi la teenager. Didn't you see it when I was a teenage girl that I was beautiful? I mean, like, I'm 39 now, y'all. Evidencing that likely there was a prettier time in my life. There was a time when I was more gorgeous than this, I would imagine. Angazi. Yeah. As Angnaibona did when I was 17. Didn't you see D thingy-ma-bobby when I was like 12? As Angnabona when I was 18 that yo Lorna in 3 years nyam chat did something not like pop of this particular nature when I was like, 23. Come on, tell me. Yeah, no, that's just the thing. You guys have always known we're beautiful. You've always known we be fly. Like I told you, when I was in primary school, a teacher told me to go and join a pageant, and I did. When I was at MTN, some colored girl in the bathroom invited me to be a hostess for the World Cup because I was pretty. Hey, that's what's good. So, we've always been beautiful. It's just that you've always not cared to acknowledge the beauty of black girls. That's the thing. It's like our beauty is not enough. Wait a second, guys. Halisikere. My grandmother likes to say, Osikere. That means, are you sure? You guys, halisikere. Like black men, you are not sure about what you do pretty much all your lives. You roam these streets blind, like little cadavers that have had their eyesight and optical nerves therefore severed. Okay? Unborn, obuhle, bo black chickens. You proper don't see the beauty of black girls. You like scrummage these streets, running around after Asian women, white women, black women, like colored women or black women that don't look black, and you are thoroughly trying to marry them fast with no other reason being the fact that they look the way they look, only for you to be parched and dry, hanging out in a little desert later on, and then you want to come and bug the high school sweetheart, and think that because you're a CEO, she's just gonna take you in jail. She's busy bashing dustbins and kicking cats because she's angry due to your initial abandonment. How in the world under heaven, black men, did you not see at 17 that I was beautiful then? That I was beautiful at 23? How did my ex-boyfriend sit around me for 5 whole years? Just, like proper, without marrying me? Why did that bugger decide to rock up and try to see if he can't make an honest woman out of me after we broke up? You see that there is a jungle out there, but you treat us in the run-up to like it's no such jungle. And then when we become like jungle beasts in and of ourselves, when we start to become like jungle animals because we're like mad, because we are like anger. Like, that's our name. We're not even angry, we are anger. Because we are anger now. Now you wanna come because you're still in love with the anger. Now that it's all angry. Even though back then it was quite calm. It was tranquil. You then wanna rock up and you're like, I'm sorry. Your first wife is some woman that looks like Jada Pinkett or like Halle Berry. Your first wife is some woman that is white, maybe Portuguese, Puerto Rican, Spanish, Latina, Lekalate. It is something other than a typical black girl. And you have subjugated that poor Latina lady to your insanity because you never really truly ever checked even that you are compatible with her, that you might be able to love her well into the future. You are just now getting divorced from your Latina bride. You are just getting divorced from your your white bride or your Mexican bride. I guess that's Latina. You are just properly getting a divorce because you were never compatible in the first place. That poor woman deserved love. She deserved love. But a man was out here fetishizing the fact that she's not black. Yeah, and that's why he married her. So you literally subjugate every woman to the tyranny of angry, never mind black woman, but Mexican woman, the Latina, angry Portuguese, angry white woman, angry black girl that looks white, angry like Chinese lady. Like they are just being all mad at you because you married them for no other reason than the fact that they was Chinese. Shit. Nyamosha. Don't pull a Terrence Howard in my dream. Mina ngi-grand ngathi ho bosigo jwanong tshwantse ke lo robala. Tshwantse ke lo tlhapa mmele. Le miriri o thole steam sa shawara. Then ke robale. Let's hope this is a does this qualify as a protective style? Does this qualify as a protective style, guys? Can I keep this for like a whole month and you believe me that I'm actually growing hair? Hey, angas. All I know is that I'm sick and tired of these protective styles that be sitting on my hair and I have to bring down after like proper suffering with the prospect of bringing them down for 2 weeks first. I gotta first like linger around the thought of even bringing it down before I can even so much as anticipate trying to. I'm tired of them because they cause my hair to get matted due to the fact that I get lazy to bring it down. So this hair has just got 4 nice little parts, and after a month I can just bring it down and bring it back up again. And I hope my hair will continue to grow at this fever, because look at how beautiful my hair is. It's grown so beautifully. It's so big. It's so lovely. It's so godly. Anyway, whatever. You know what, guys? Yeah, black men, like I be getting dreams. Like, Weziking, you are the fly. At this point, you are making like the singularity. Ntsinti, lankudra, ntsinti. Lintsinti, guys. You have reached singularity. La loya jong li se lo batla ho bolai. Now black men are on a mission from what the Lord has shown me. You want to go and kill now all of my enemies. Now that I'm angry, now that I'm spitting bullets all over the streets, now that I'm busy singing, I hate you so much right now, like Kelly's. Now you be like, Arab, it's fine. Whoever you hate, I'll shoot them down, girl. Oh, now you are committing genocide on my behalf. Yeah. My question is, was I not that fly chick? Was I not that lottie-dottie, you like to party, you don't cause trouble, you don't bother nobody chick? When we were all 17, when we were 18, 19, when we were 24. Hey, but guys, I've been lottie-dottie, ever there, ever like all along. Just that I was a little bit shy. But if at all I got to know you, bugger, that shy was gonna come out. I was gonna sing for you. I wanna sing for you, baby. I was gonna sing for you. Because once I get to know a person, I stop being shy. That's what's good. You just did not take time to know a lady. Take time to know her. You didn't take time to know her. Yeah, but I chat up with Jezebel then. Never mind with Jezebel. You went and subjugated other women of different races to the tyranny of your black fetish. The thing that you do in fetishizing women of other races, and now you're busy divorcing white women and you're trying to go and marry the chick that you were always crushing on in high school. Oh no man, fella. Hey, dark eyes, nothing extra, flat black nose, just typical black features, a little bit of spong. Yeah, she's always had your interest, but now you suddenly want to make an honest woman out of her because o divorce le khwala hao. So I'm a nice akere. So I'm a black men. Hamba ne crush up na bo Jada Pinkett benu. Ni bazwisa buhlungu nabo. You have hurt even your Jada Pinkett's and your Halle Berrys. You have hurt all these black girls that look white. Yeah, you've hurt everybody. You have messed up. You are the problem. Like, if you love a woman, just marry her, run with her, find other women attractive, whatever, do you, but exercise self-control. That's what's good. I'm your chata, that chick with whom you get along, you can make music together. Because when then you get older and you don't have somebody with whom you can make music and you are a musician, you are not going to be satisfied as a husband. It's that basic. And so in my dream, Terrence Howard was that tantamount, and Jada Pinkett was also the chick that is made papa in the black community. Because wonko muntu yamthanda, wonko muntu yamfuna at the expense of other black women. But later on, Jada Pinkett ends up like whatever's going on with Jada Pinkett today. She's out here separated from Will Smith. Because really and truly, when you marry a woman for no other reason than the fact that she is so exotic looking, that's not love. That's just a carnal luring by, as with a noose, a hook is in your nose and it is luring you or lingering you on a woman, not because she is exactly who you need, but because of the fact that it's exactly what you think everybody is going to approve of you if you get it in your backyard. Like, my ex-boyfriend, it's ironic, he underestimated me because of my dark skin and didn't think I was beautiful enough for him, and then went and married a woman literally almost just like me. The woman, she was the bane of my existence, of a side piece in our relationship. He only married her because she was my enemy. He married her because he was trying to get at me, but she was a dark and complexion woman just like me, maybe even slightly darker. So he didn't necessarily upgrade. If anything, I was prettier than that girl in the worst way. Mararili too, we were dark girls. So my ex-boyfriend has always had a thing for dark women, that's the thing. But he allowed himself to second guess that because his ecosystem around him was like, hey boy, when you succeed, you gotta go and grab yourself a ravenous yellow bone. But because he was so busy hung up on me, he was so stuck on me, he decided that he's gonna go and marry a woman that I had beef with, that I was at rivalry with when we were together. I couldn't stand that woman, and he married her just to make me feel like I was a placeholder. That's black men for you. I'm signing out in Christ's name. I've spoken for long enough. I gotta go and shower now before I get told I'm a menace to society. Peace. I hope you've been edified.